All right. So, man, I got a story, man, and can kind of dive into with the Spurs loss last night in Game Five. So, we have a Spurs reporter. He is starting the drama. He's saying that how's this for a plot twist? Some are saying that Victor Wembanyama secretly instructed Bismack Biyombo and Mason Plumlee. Moments later, they both picked up their dirty fouls. In light of the Stephen Castle's post-game presser comments sound quite differently in tone. He complained that OKC guards very physically, while Spurs players don't get that same luxury to be able to play as physical on the other end at times. And he went on to say that game 6 is setting up to be a war. So these are the videos he's talking about right here.
Kelly Olynyk
Check this out.
Well. Fans react as Wembanyama checks out on a 48 Showtime presented by AT&T. Recap of this one.
So right there, he is saying that when he whispered something in both of their ears and how you can tell the foul, the flagrant foul that was called on Mason Plumlee. Here you go right here. Boom. A chicken wing to the back. Yeah, he threw it. He's sending a message. And then another one. Now that one right there, I'm not gonna say that shouldn't have been a flagrant foul right there. That shouldn't have been a flagrant foul right there. It's his momentum. I love this. This is good defense. That should not have been a foul call. That's good defense. Period. I'm going to say this, man. I believe that the coach, Johnson, for the Spurs, he needs to play these big guys. He really does. He need to play these big guys because at the end of the day, they need to be on the basketball court to be able to be physical out there on the court, to play defense, physical defense, get rebounds. Yeah, they should be playing, period.
Trying to play through it, it's tough. I just think with the way they guard, how physical they are, we don't get that same luxury to be able to play as physical on the other end at times. Trying to play through it.
Hey, that's how you feel. So let's listen to what Kendrick Perkins had to say. This is what I want y'all to hear, what Kendrick Perkins had to say about the results from Game 5.
I saw a lot of speculation last night on the broadcast and all over social media. Does Wembanyama look like maybe he's running out of gas?
Man, Wemby got punked last night. He got punked. I mean, they were whispering sweet things in his ear, fresh things at that, right? No, Isaiah Hartenstein, I played him on both ends of the floor, and Jalen Williams. They did a great job of touching him up from start to finish. Mm-hmm. And when I saw Wemby come out and wanted to be a guard, I said it was going to be a long night for him. See, when he decides to be a big man first with guard skills, is when he dominates. But all night long, they were touching him up. He was not able to just get to his spots. He didn't have free runs. And when you have that type of physicality over the course of the game, it's going to wear on you.
One of the cool things about sitting there, Big Perk, I saw a lot of speculation last night on the broadcast.
Hey, you heard what Kendrick Perkins said. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him at all. Let's listen to this right here. Look at this.
Back to their youth days, and this was as the timeout was called. And watch Jalen Williams. Hey, wait a minute. I saw that. You gonna play like that? Back to their youth days, and this was as the timeout was called. And watch Jalen Williams. Hey, wait a minute. I saw that. You gonna play like that?
What you gonna do, man? Go and walk to the next one. So let's listen to what Gib Arenas had to say.
Right? You have 38, then you have this. You have 33, then you have one rebound. You have, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, that's not consistent play. Yeah, the average of, 40 and 10 is 20, but that's not consistent. If you go to 40 and you go to 10, you're not a consistent player, right? You have very high highs and very, very low lows, right? Consistent, when we think consistent, we think 40, 35, 37, 38, 35, 34, 33, 26, 24, 30 something, you know what I mean? That's when someone's saying it's consistent, that's what they mean. But you don't go from, you don't go from dominating one game to playing the very next team. They doing the same shit, same people on you. And then at half, you got one rebound and you're biggest nigga in the world right now. Right? The consistency of your dominance, but that's youth. I'm not going to listen, I'm never going to judge 4-year, like you ain't been in the league long enough to understand how to dominate it. So I'm not gonna judge you and this is you as a player. No, you're trying to learn on who you are, what you are. And that's going to take a few years.
Hey, I agree with Gilbert Arenas. I believe he's speaking facts right here.
Wemby is not consistent at what he does.
He's speaking facts. There's no doubt about it. He is speaking facts when he says that. I think the start of this game, I knew it was going to be a long night for Victor Wembanyama. He really didn't look aggressive enough. He didn't. And you have to go out there. You have to be aggressive from start to finish. Start to finish, especially when you're playing against a team like OKC. You have to be very physical. And if you're not very physical or if you're not getting to your spots, I believe it was too many times in this game. Victor Wembanyama was staying out there and close to the three-point line. You're not effective being out there. When you make it up in your mind, if you watch in game 1, Victor Wembanyama was dominant because he posts the ball up. He got into the paint. When he is posting the ball up, have his back to the basket, it frees up for his mid-range game. It frees up to throw the ball out to open shooters. You have to play from the inside out. Period. You have to play from the inside out. And if you do not have that mentality and that mindset, and you really allow the players, your team, they're not really looking for you. Like in the first quarter, they wasn't looking for Victor Wembanyama. You can't have that. You're the superstar player. You are the main event. You are the main man. You must be the focal point of the offense. De'Aaron Fox is not the focal point of the offense. Harper is not the focal point of the offense. You are the focal point of the offense. The ball must be ran through you. You dictate how the offense is to be run. Every time when you step on the court, you must have that alpha mentality that the ball must run through you pretty much 95% of the time while you're on the offensive side of the court. And when that does not happen, you should raise hell. Period. And I thought it was a travesty. It was.
After blowing out the Thunder in Game 4 in San Antonio, there was a thought that the Spurs might have had the Thunder solved. That was not the case. It was the Thunder who came out with all the aggression, with a better game plan, with a better execution in Game 5. And Victor Wembanyama went through one of his weirder games of the season. He wasn't his usual aggressive self. He got his 20 points, but he wasn't as active. And was there a reason for that? We're not sure because for the first time in a long time, Victor Wembanyama did not talk to the media after this game. He'll have to provide an answer on the court in Game 6.
It's been a tough shooting playoff for Julian Champagnie. At least it was heading into tonight, but
I'm telling you. So he didn't talk to the media, and that explains it. He should be pissed off because he gave a lackluster performance. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about it, man. Until next time, stay tuned to the next live stream.